नमस्कार फ्रेंड्स, सभी ईपीएस 95 पेंशनधारियों के लिए एक महत्वपूर्ण है। जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि आज सीबीटी की 230वीं मीटिंग हुई। जी हाँ फ्रेंड्स, उसमें क्या निर्णय निकलकर सामने आए, तो इस वीडियो में पूरी चर्चा हम करने वाले हैं। तो वीडियो में बने रहिए और चैनल पर नए हो तो दोस्तों चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिएगा। तो दोस्तों बढ़ते हैं अपडेट की तरफ। मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट यूनियन मिनिस्टर श्री भूपेंद्र यादव चेयर्स 213th मीटिंग ऑफ सीबीटी ईपीपीएफ एंड गॉव 12 मार्च 2022 5:19 PM बाई पीआईबी दिल्ली। तो फ्रेंड्स, पीआईबी दिल्ली द्वारा ये पेशकश किया गया है, जो कि द 23rd मीटिंग ऑफ सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ ट्रस्टीज ईपीएफ वाज हेल्ड टुडे ड्यूरिंग द एकम आइकॉनिक वीक इन गुवाहाटी अंडर द चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ श्री भूपेंद्र यादव यूनियन मिनिस्टर फॉर लेबर एंड एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड एनवायरमेंट फॉरेस्ट एंड क्लाइमेट चेंज, वाइस चेयरमैनशिप ऑफ श्री रामेश्वर टेली Union Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Petroleum and Natural Gas, and co-chairmanship of Sri Sunil Bartal, Secretary Labor and Employment, and the Member Secretary Srimati Neelam Sammani Rao, Central PF Commissioner. Apart from the interested, the Central Board took following key decisions. During the meeting, the following key decisions were taken. The board also approved the revised estimates for the year 2020-21 and budget estimates for 2022-23 for a scheme administered by EPFO. The board referred the extension of tenure of external concurrent auditor constant and the tenure of SBI MF and UTI MF as ETF manufacturer till 31st 3rd 2022 or till appointments are made, whichever is earlier. The board was informed that redemptions of equity investment was carried out during this month of February 2022, which resulted in the realization of capital gains of Rs 5529.7 crores, which will be included in the income of FY 21-22. The analyzed rate of return on this investment was 13.91%. This is the highest in the last 3 years. The board ratified the decision to redeem non-convertible debentures NCDs Air India in EPFO's portfolio. These redemptions had helped EPFO realized Rs 8,940.32 crore against the face value of Rs 7,772.50 crore. The board approved the exit policy and the related standard operating procedure for exiting from the downgraded securities. The board approved enhancement of delegation of administrative and financial powers of CPFC for expenditure under the budget head capital expenditure hearing of office accommodation. The board approved the recommendations of the HR establishment ad hoc committee paving the way of promotion of dying cadres, filling up the vacancy in the group B and C cadre. At the time bound matter transfer policy of commissioners cadre and training policy and capacity building plan of EPFO were approved. Welfare funds allocated for sports and cultural activities will be enhanced. 5% sports quota vacancies will be filled up with suitable candidates and an objective criteria will be laid down for filling these vacancies. The board approved the recommendations of the ad hoc committee on coverage and related legislation of to ensure universal coverage to all under the social security scheme of EPFO up to the wage ceiling. It is also agreed to extend social security coverage to gig and platforms workers. The board approved the recommendation of the ad hoc IT and communications to the agreement in the infrastructure applications, build capacity, carry out business process engineering and setting up government approach. The board approved the recommendation of the ad hoc committee on pension reforms to constitute the task force of experts in the field, the pension and social security to suggest possible measures to enhancement the benefits to the EPS 95. This task force will include members from PFRDA, LIC, VVG, and LI, 2 independent actuaries, chief investment officer of some reputed investment firms, mutual funds houses, financial or any other expert. Immediately after the central board meeting, Sri Himanta Biswa Sharma, Chief Minister of Assam, Sri Sanjay Kishan and Sri Ashok Singhal, ministers with Government of Assam, joined for a public function organized on the occasion of ACAM Iconic Week. The chairman CBT virtually launched e-office at regional office Guwahati. This facility to be made available to all 258 field office locations in the phase manner a step towards e-governance, enhancing the productivity of office while maintaining transparency in functioning. And additional benefits of this step is actual of carbon credit to EPFO, contributing to the mission of environmental protection. The chairman CBT inaugurated the 8th Zonal Call Center at Zonal Office Guwahati. With this launch, EPFO call center attends call in 7 local languages in which Bengali, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, now as well as in addition to Hindi and English. An average of 8,000 calls per day are being replied to by the call center agents and at NDC at the 8 zonal call center. This is over 300% increase in capacity over the earlier 2,000 calls being received in December 2020. On the 75th year of independence, the chairman CBT released a completion of 75th success story of functioning of field office of EPFO. The chairman CBT also released a digital version of the completion of relevant circulars of EPFO in the form of an e-compendium of circulars for SE search and access of relevant circulars by all. The chairman CBT gave away awards to the best performing officer in e-nomination, Swachhata and ISO certification. EPFO surpassed the target of 75 lakhs e-nomination in the attempt to achieve 92 lakhs e-nomination. 48 regional offices of EPFO have already received ISO 9001 2015 certification for meeting the requirement of customer satisfaction and applicable statutory requirements. The chairman CBT virtually inaugurated office building of Chikmagalur and Shimoga regional offices. These buildings are as per green norms, IT infrastructure enabled as per the norms of the Access India scheme. He also led the foundation stone for the construction of an office building in Naroda, Ahmedabad in a virtual mode.